What is going on, guys? Knife Nerd here. Man, it's been a while. I missed you guys. Man, it's just been crazy. A couple weeks ago, one of the supporters of the channel reached out. He had some knives he wanted me to check out, do a review on, and I decided to take about a week and just carry each of them for a day or so, and then shoot a video. Well, as you would know, I got COVID for the first time, and man, it was awful. I'll spare you guys the details, but let's just say that I definitely have a newfound respect for the people who had to go through that crap, man. Everybody in my family's already had it twice. I just never got it, and for some reason, though, I got it last week, and it put me on my knees, man. So, feeling better now. Still kind of got like a scratchy throat or whatever, and still dealing with a couple things of it left, but nothing even close to compared to what it was. So feeling much better, and glad to be here. So what we're gonna do is this is a Benchmade review episode. I'm gonna show you guys a couple of mine, and then we're gonna get into what was loaned to me by Tyler. Tyler Bray is the gentleman who supported these knives. So thank you, brother, very much. I appreciate it. This was a lot of fun, and hopefully we can shoot some more, because Tyler has a pretty crazy collection as well. So it's kind of fun to dip into his little bag of toys and pull a couple out and do a video. So we'll, if this goes well, we'll continue to do that. If you guys like the way it's shot, if you guys like this kind of way of doing reviews as opposed to just doing one knife, doing multiples at the same time, excuse me, let me know. I need to get a drink real quick. Yeah, probably the worst thing to be drinking right now, but you gotta do what you gotta do. All right, so this is, like I said, the first three are going to be my knives. This is probably one of my absolute favorite Benchmades that I own. It's one of my favorite knives in general, not just from a Benchmade standpoint, but really just as a knife. It's so lightweight. This is the Benchmade Bugout. This is the 535-3. It's 2.02 ounces. I don't know if this was a, what do they call it? I think they had like a blue level or something like that. I do know that you could not build it this way on Benchmade's custom site. The only way you could get it was you had to buy it like this. You can get pretty close, I think, on theirs, but I don't think that the carbon fiber actually has the same look or texture that this does, and this is just absolutely just gorgeous. This is the S90V steel version. Let me get it up here for you. It's a on the hardness, it's 59 to 61. If you're interested in that. This is the carbon fiber milled scales. It's got the blue highlights and the pivots and the backspacer here, which also is conveniently the lanyard hole as well. Right now you can get this. This is still available. You can buy this on Benchmade. I saw it for $310. You might be able to find some coupons online. I'm not 100% sure on that. But yeah, this was the very first Benchmade I ever had, and I fell in love with it. The action, the axis lock. This is just a great example of a really super light knife that can, gym shorts, it doesn't matter, jeans, slacks, I'd have no problem pulling this out at work. But I absolutely love this knife. So that's the Bugout 535-3. It's also the only knife I own that I don't have the box anymore. So yeah. The second knife is another knife that you guys have seen. I got this one, my friend Taylor got this for me for my birthday. This is the North Fork folder. The part number is 15031-2. This has the stabilized wood handle scales. It is 3.16 ounces. It's S30V, 58 to 60 on the hardness. Absolutely love this knife as well. I like the size of it. The only thing I'm not a huge fan of is the recurve. But talking to a couple of the wonderful members here in our community, I've heard you can actually, if you sharpen, you can actually sharpen this out and straighten it out. But yeah, this is, I love the wood. I just think it's kind of like a modern take on like the grandfather knife from back in the day with the wood, you know. No, this is not a deep pocket. That's right. This one didn't come with it. But it is a beautiful knife. This is actually S30V, and then it's 3.16 ounces, and you can find this on Benchmade for about $200. So that is the North Fork. And then my newest member of my Benchmade knives is the Claymore, and Tyler actually really wants to get his hands on this, and I want him to. I think he'd love this knife. So this is the Claymore 9070 BK-1, 3.5 ounces. It is the automatic. This has the CPM D2 steel with a 60 to 62 hardness on there. Love this knife. And I think that this is a really, really good example of kind of breaking the stereotypic idea of what D2 steel is. I think a lot of times, especially nowadays, D2 is really portrayed as kind of like a cheap steel. And I would agree with that to a point. But I also think that it really has a lot to do with the company that's actually manufacturing it as well and treating it. And Benchmade knows how to do it. And this knife is amazing. I've never sharpened this knife. I've carried it a lot. I've cut a lot of shit with it. And I absolutely love it. I did not want to go with the serration because that's like the most popular model that I've seen. I had to actually look for this to find this. But yeah. I love this knife. I actually use this to open my nimble when it came in, my Grail knife. But yeah, love this knife, love the weight. This does have a deep carry pocket clip on it. This is it's got the Grivery handles. This one is available. It's 3.5 ounces, by the way. This is available on Benchmade. This one is $230. So yeah, that is the Claymore. So. All right, so now we're gonna get into the knives that were donated, or not donated, lent to the channel for the purposes of this review. I guess we'll just start with these two since they're kind of related. First is gonna be the mini Griptilian, and Tyler definitely has his own little touches on that he's added to these. Got a nice lanyard on here with a either a bronze or copper skull here. Let's go and get this out. Alright, so yeah, this is the mini Griptilian. Now between the two, because he's got the Griptilian here as well, I actually think for the first time that I prefer the mini of this one. The Benchmade, the Bugout mini is just too small for me. And so that was one mini. While I love the look of it and I love the idea of the weight of having a nice light knife, I just don't like that I can only get barely 3 fingers on that. Whereas this one I can still kind of get that fourth, get it kind of tucked in there nicely. This is the mini Griptilian. This is the 556-1. It's 2.9 ounces. This is the CPM 20 CV with a 59 to 61 HRC. This is the is this the Mel Pardue? Yeah, Mel Pardue design. Gray G10 handles. Gray G10 handle scales. Now this one I've not been able to find online. The price of this one was $205, but I'm not showing anybody that actually has it in stock at the moment. So good luck on that if you want to get this one. Otherwise, you might need to look into the aftermarket, secondhand, something like that. Nice deep carry pocket clip on this. I love the blue accents. I think that Benchmade definitely knows how to. I love their blues that they choose. Obviously, it kind of matches the box as well. So yeah, that's the mini grip. Now we'll go to the full grip. And this is the full grip tongue. And now this is the 551 BKOD, 3.88 ounces. This is the OD Green Norral GTX handle. It's got the typical Benchmade pocket clip that I really just can't stand. But yeah, this one is definitely, you know, larger. I don't know. Yeah, this is a blue class. I don't think I have the size on me right here. Oh well, I don't have the size for the length right now on the actual steel. But there you can see the difference. Let's put it down like that. But yeah, I loved carrying them both. I like the handle. I like the way it feels in the handle. If I can get my hand in the video for you guys in the camera view. But I don't know. I felt like pulling this at work, just to look a little aggressive. Whereas this one, it's a little bit smaller. It's not gonna raise as many eyebrows. But yeah, love the grip. Love both of them. Thought they were great knives. So, all right, let's put this board away here. Sorry guys, I got knives everywhere coming on back here. This is the staple. This is kind of what I think makes Benchmade. Yeah, regardless if you like it, hate it, love it, loathe it, whatever. I think that everybody, if you're a Benchmade fan, you have to admit that the Osborne is definitely a mainstay. Definitely what helped make them so popular. And it's a knife that I don't own yet. I was gonna get a mini Osborne when they came out with they had the blue, the black with like the blue hardware. I was close to buying one, but I held off for whatever reason, probably because I was buying something else. But having the experience of being able to see this now, you know, I'm definitely able to understand why this knife is so popular. Just the utilitarian of it, just the blade shape and the way that, I mean, it could be just used for anything. Absolutely understand why this knife is so popular. It's nice and lightweight. This is the 940-2. It's 2.65 ounces, S30V steel, 58 to 60 HRC, black G10 handles. This is available on Benchmade for $210. But absolutely loved carrying this knife when I did. So yeah, that would be the Osborne. The mini Osborne, when I did the one that I checked out in the store, it definitely it fit my hand just fine. I mean, I got medium hands, but I would definitely, if I was going to get one, I'd probably have to go with the full-size version, and I would probably, at that point, because I'm not a huge fan of the actual blade shape, I would probably have to do what Tri-State EDC did, and there's a company that makes different blades that you can swap out, and the ones that he found were pretty cool looking. So that is the Osborne. Let's see here. Last one. This is the newest knife probably in the Benchmade lineup. This is the Redoubt, and this is the 430 BK model number. And he has already started to add some of his special touches here. So is that a little? Is it like a Japanese? I think it's probably Japanese. It looks Japanese. With a lanyard here. And this is the Redoubt. And again, we're looking at that CPM D2 steel that I think Benchmade has done a really good job with. It's very similar, in my opinion, to the Claymore. Let me grab that real quick just so I can show you. Just in the actual blade shape. And in size actually too. I would think it's pretty close. Yeah. Maybe a millimeter, 2 millimeter difference in the length. This was one that I was excited when I saw when it was getting released. I think that the only thing that probably was holding me back from wanting to purchase this, I would have to say it was probably the way this, back piece here is. I don't know, it's the first time I've ever carried a Benchmade that, I don't know, just kind of felt a little cheap to me. It's definitely they're Gravity scales with an Overlander gray with a forest green grip. And I don't know if it was for weight savings. I mean, I know this is definitely for grip if you're wearing gloves or if it's wet or anything like that, and it's great for that. I mean, it definitely, you can feel the grip that it produces, but just not my favorite. I love the knife. I think it's a beautiful knife. It's got a great action, great weight on it, and a deep carry pocket clip, which is I think is reversible as well through the top, so you just flip it over there. And but I would probably carry the Claymore before I would carry this, time and time again for me. But that's just me. So let's go ahead and pull these back out again real quick just to kind of show them all to you again. So not counting my knives, but definitely just counting the ones that were loaned, I'd have to say that the mini Griptilian is probably my favorite knife that we had. Just from a size perspective, like I said, I work at a car dealership, so I don't want to pull anything out that's going to completely freak anybody out. But yeah, is that 7? Oh, I'm missing a couple here. Where are they at? I'm missing some knives. There we go. And then obviously the Bugout. The Bugout will always be my absolute favorite knife I think that Benchmade has ever made. It's the only knife that I've really tried to find, another one that I wanted to get. I'll probably get the mini that they released this year of this one, just to have it. I don't think I'll ever carry it, but I think it's just a beautiful knife. But yeah, I think that the mini Griptilian is a great knife for anybody that carries a knife. I love the way it feels in the hand. It's not bulky. I mean, even compared to the full size, look at the difference, because this has that full, kind of trying to look like a solid piece, and obviously it's not, but just the fact that the lightning that they did with having that gone, with the blue hardware, I just think it gives a little bit more character to me. And then, like I said, that pulling that out of my pocket at work, I don't think it's going to raise any eyebrows as something, compared to these four. They're pretty good sized blades. Tyler, thank you so much, man, for letting me borrow this. This was a lot of fun to carry these knives for like a day or two each and just kind of get a different experience. I think it's as close to new knife day as I can get without actually having to go out and drop $1,000 to pick up all these knives. But yeah, I thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you have any questions, comments, leave them down in the comments. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer anything. I'm going to try to get back to making more videos now. Like I said, for the last 2 weeks, I've been really itching to do it. I've just been dealing with some health issues, and that's the one thing I always preach to you guys. I hope you guys, your families are safe. I hope everybody's healthy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.